Wednesday, July 23rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Let's begin with a couple of our live cameras across the region. On the left, that is the Avalon Pier Web camera. On the right, the Beach Mountain Parkway cam from resortcams.com. And it's a pretty quiet morning all across the state of North Carolina. 75 there along that portion of the Outer Banks, 61 there at the summit of Beach Mountain in the North Carolina mountains. Now, again, we have some patchy fog this morning. It's not overly widespread, but there are some areas that are seeing some visibilities less than a mile. None of these official observing sites in the bigger cities here are less than a mile, but there are some spots at around a half mile or so of visibility out there across the region this morning. Yesterday was a little warmer, many of us up into the 80s for highs, and we will keep that warming trend going, many of us 90 or better this afternoon. Currently, it's low and mid 70s in many Piedmont spots. Same story over through the Sandhills and the coast. Some 60s up in the mountains, very muggy. Dew point temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to the mid 70s, slightly lower dew points up there in the mountains, but certainly a very muggy start to our day. Now, the setup today favors a few showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Our next cold front still off to the northwest of us. That will get here tomorrow. I think a healthy round of showers and storms with that front. But today, it's going to be a hotter day, and there will be, during the heating of the day, some of those afternoon showers and storms form. Now, you notice for a lot of the region, the coverage of rain wasn't terribly great. There were some pockets that saw some decent rain amounts. The coverage of rain more widespread there in the eastern parts of North Carolina and then down into parts of South Carolina, too. Currently, some showers and storms offshore. This is about 5:30 or so as I'm cutting the video this morning. But of greater interest is what's happening to the northwest. Some showers and storms in Ohio and Indiana, then arcing back from there into parts of Nebraska and Kansas. And that is with our cold front that continues to gradually head our way. Now, we are ahead of the front here in the Carolinas today, but I still expect a few afternoon showers and storms, and it will be a hotter day. Your high temperatures this afternoon getting up close to 90 or so. And then tomorrow, that's the day this front actually moves through. So it looks like good opportunities for showers and thunderstorms with that front. And we will need to monitor the severe weather potential, a little bit of a greater threat of a damaging wind gust or two with a couple of thunderstorms. And we'll monitor that as we go through tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Now, because this front's arriving a little bit earlier in the day, it's going to cut down on the amount of instability that can develop, at least in parts of the region. So I think that should limit the severe weather threat to some extent. Now, watch what happens with the winds here as we go through tomorrow night and into Friday. The winds kick around into a northerly type of direction. That will bring in some drier air to parts of the region. So that drier air really cuts down on the North Carolina rain chances Friday, but still with that front stalling out through Georgia and South Carolina, some showers and storms, a pretty good bet down there for Friday. But watch the dew points lowering a bit. It's not a huge change, but there will be, or at least a huge change in much of North Carolina. Notice Richmond significantly lower with the dew point, but we will see dew points dropping enough to lower the humidity a bit and reduce the rain chances for us on Friday and Saturday. Now, Sunday, look at the highs really bumping up significantly up into the mid-90s in some spots. That will be ahead of our next cold front. So Sunday does look like a pretty hot day. We then see that next front move through Monday. So some shower and thunderstorm chances anywhere from late Sunday into Monday, followed by a significantly cooler and drier air mass for around Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That looks like a more significant shot of cooler air, similar to some of the blasts of cooler and drier air we've seen earlier this month. So we could easily see highs in the low and mid 80s, lows in the low 60s, and a big time drop in the humidity levels, again, by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, in the tropics, we still have Tropical Depression number 2 out there. It is really racing to the west. It's already now only about 500 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. And as expected, this is going to continue to fall apart. It's going to be encountering some very hostile upper-level winds and some drier air. And all that will probably spell an end of Tropical Depression number 2 within the next 24 hours or so. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.